You're tuned into Human by AI with Ashish Garg. Real, unscripted conversations about how humans and AI are shaping the future of community finance. Grab your favorite drink and let's dive in.
Thank you very much for joining as the second guest ever on my podcast, Human by AI. Really appreciate your company. Can you tell our audience a little bit about you? What is it that you do, etc.?
You know what? I am the COO at our credit union, and really just help lead our team in improving our experience for our members and how we make sure that we're delivering value to them every day.
I see. And so what's the name of the credit union and where is it located?
Horizon Credit Union. We're located in Spokane, Washington, and we actually have a community charter and serve communities across 4 states in the Northwest, Washington, Idaho, Montana, and Oregon.
Wonderful. So the topic that we're really exploring through this podcast, the podcast is called Human by AI. So where do humans add value? Where can AI add value? And there's a lot of hearsay and fear-mongering going on. Yep. So let's just begin by me asking these questions that I'll just give my own example. Until about 3 years ago, Mark, I was a big AI skeptic. It was sort of there, but not really. It sort of worked, but not really.
Right.
And a moment happened when I tried to return something on Amazon, which was past the return date, but an AI bot helped me do this in 20 seconds. To me, that was the aha moment. So have you ever had any such moment were you ever an AI skeptic? And if yes, what was that moment that turned into a believer?
You know, you said something there that I found really interesting. It was probably about a year ago, and as I get closer to retirement and I think about my financial future and my planning, I wanted to learn a little more about just how my portfolio was held or structured. And you have, your money invested in some different funds, and just started asking a few questions of a AI tool around how are these funds invested? What is my mix? What's my exposure in different sectors? And within seconds, I just got a very concise, easy to understand kind of layout of how my holdings were. And to have it done that quickly, that clearly, and that simple to understand was really impressive.
Oh, wow. So did you actually use, let's say, a general tool like ChatGPT? Did you download a bunch of your statements or whatever and you upload it? Or was it like you have some sort of a application where you search for this? How did this come about?
I was listening to a podcast and was just suggesting, a simple way to understand. And it was really just a question that I asked, and just, a few typing tools of putting in maybe a mutual fund symbol or something along the lines, and just started asking it some questions. And it just was a very unique moment in its ability to help me just better understand what I was invested in a simple way that I think was common language in a place that confuses and scares people a lot.
And so what was the result? Are you well invested for your future?
I am well invested for my future, and I have a better understanding of why.
Wonderful. I'm so happy for you.
Absolutely.
Happy for you.
Thank you.
Within credit unions, there's a lot of discussion going on right now, especially in general in banking, right? Where will AI add value? Where humans will add value? And I know for a fact that credit unions really pride themselves in that relationship, that human touch. And there's a lot of debate that if credit unions sort of use more and more AI, are they going to lose the human touch? So any perspective on that, where can AI really add value, where humans continue to add value?
It's something we're looking at our credit union very seriously. And you said something earlier, there's a lot of uncertainty. And when uncertainty, many times people default to fear. Yes. And we're kind of looking at it in a different way. Our difference has been our ability to connect with our members through our employees. And our employees are always looking for ways to add more value and find ways to do more for our members. And we're kind of looking at it as these AI tools automate simple tasks. And we always say, do these tasks really require an emotional connection or a certain decision authority to accomplish the work? And when it doesn't, it makes sense for us to really free up that time the employees are spending there so they can be engaged in high value work or understanding needs of our members, offering maybe some additional insights to what how our members interact with us. So we really are looking at it more from how can we give better tools for our people to do what they want to do, and that's engage with our members and get rid of what I consider the lower value task work that too often
value, the repetitive tasks.
Repetitive tasks.
Yes, and one thing you said, Mark, which I hadn't thought at all until now, is emotional connection.
Yes, machines and AI don't do that at this point, from my experience.
And I'll tell you, I've thought a lot about this, that to me, personally for me, being able to manage money and making sure that it's safe and it's growing, it's very emotional.
Very emotional. A lot of trust. Trust is built through relationships, through experience, and I'd like to say repetitive interactions with others.
Yes. And a lot of conferences, I like to play a game. I'll tell people, okay, I'm going to name 3 products. What is it that you'll buy on Amazon or not? So let's play that game.
Perfect.
So if you need someone in your family a box of diapers, will you buy it on Amazon or not?
Absolutely.
Okay. Next is if you want to buy a diamond ring.
No, wouldn't even consider it.
So the question is, why not? Why not buy a diamond ring on Amazon? Why not?
It's about trust. It's about trust and being able to really learn to better understand what I'm buying. And that's done through a person and who I can really build a connection with and build a relationship with.
And to add to that, what I've really learned is that the higher the dollar value of what we are buying, you need that human trust, that expertise to really being able to connect with people. So, and for a lot of people, that diamond ring is a very emotional thing because you're buying it, maybe you're proposing to somebody. Though I love that thing about the emotional trust.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I go back to, we've used tools in banking for a long time. I can remember many times talking to a teller at the credit union and really sharing with them that when they're doing the transaction with a member, and part of that transaction is usually, a check or cash going either in or out of their account. An ATM has done those tasks, and it's a tool that's done that for years. And that's not the difference of the experience and the value we bring to the member. And I really tell our employees in it, the transaction part is important to get done correctly and accurately. The difference you make is the relationship that you're building with the member, the trust you're building, learning about them, understanding what they're going through in their lives and how we might be able to help them improve their lives, and really helping our folks in that space to really see the value they bring as a person. And I think with the AI tools that are out there and coming our way, it's just going to leverage and allow us to do more of that because we're getting rid of the lower value tasks.
And which brings me maybe to the final point, that there's a lot of fear. Is AI coming for our jobs, right? Across the industry, I think a lot being thrown out there, a lot of reports being written, et cetera. And Mark, I know you spend your most of your career in this industry, right, for a very, very long time. What's your take on this? Have you seen this movie before? What's your take on this?
I think jobs will change. I don't think jobs will go away that we think about. I think what we do in those jobs and how our day is spent in those jobs will be different than it was. They're different today than they were 10 years ago. And I think they'll be very different 10 years from now. But we still need people who connect with our members and can do it in ways that matter. And I think what we'll see is these tools will help our people who know what that is be able to scale and do more and make more impact. and allow them to be more effective in what they're doing. The job won't go away. I know sometimes when even we're talking about it with automated lending and
Yes.
decisions, all of that does is help us make a decision quicker.
Yeah.
But there will always be decisions that need to be understood, and the human needs to be part of that. And I'm giving them a better tools, so the loans and those decisions that make the big difference, that's where their insights and experience are going to matter, and they're getting a better companion
Yes.
to help them understand those differences,
Yes.
not replacing their jobs. And
Yes.
I think I know your story about one of your first loans that you love to share.
first car
I
loan.
guarantee you in that story that was because of a human.
Yes.
And that type of job and in that decision, it's not going away by a machine or a tool.
And I'll tell you, like, to me, here is the irony about the way we live our lives, that money is not life. However, money is a big part of life. It helps you live a good life. Somehow our formal education system never teaches us about money, right? Right, through school, high school, college, etc. So, like, where do people learn about how to manage money? It's either comes from your family or from your friends, or you're just naturally curious. So I feel such a important part of life, which is needed by everybody, nobody really teaches you. And I personally feel where humans can really add value is helping people understand how to manage their money.
Agreed. And I know credit unions have a long history of financial literacy, financial education, and it isn't because we're the most knowledgeable necessarily in it. It's because we care and we see the value of it, and people trust us and know that we're going to share with them things that will help them understand and how to improve their life. And we built that on trust, and we didn't build it upon how we profit off that sale, where I can't say maybe other industries or even other kind of interactions with that in their lives don't show up differently. It's been a unique and I think an ongoing opportunity for credit unions.
And because you care, the emotional connection happens. That's what builds the trust, and everything else follows.
Absolutely.
I learned something new, sir, today. So thank you so much for being here, being my second guest. And you've set the bar very high. That's all I'll say.
Well, thank you for having me. I enjoy our conversations as always, and I think we're in an exciting time right now.
Yeah.
And in exciting times, there's a lot to learn.
Yes.
And I think that starts with being open and not being fearful of the unknown, and really trying to learn and see how it can bring value to what we do. So,
To fearless learning.
to fearless learning.
Thank you very much.
Take care.